All right, week 13 of the NFL started Thursday. I swear to you guys, I was going to film a Thursday right before the game started, but something really happened Thursday. Something unexpected happened, so I couldn't do that. But, yeah, it's Saturday. Right now, we got a nail-biter of a game. We got Georgia versus Alabama playing right now for probably a spot for the playoffs. So, yeah, we got to predict NFL games, though. I got something going on tonight, so I can't do it tonight, and I can't do it in the morning, so we got to do it in the middle of the game. All right. Let me know down below your predictions for the college football game, not the college football games, for the NFL games. And did your team make the college football playoffs? That's something I'd like to know. How's your fantasy team doing? Seahawks and the Cowboys was Thursday night. I was going to go with the Cowboys. Something I wasn't going to predict was that the Seahawks were going to put up a fight. That was a great game. If you don't know, I've been live streaming on my main channel, and I'm planning on doing a live stream where I talk about the game here in the next couple of days as well. And so, yeah, week 13 of 18, let's go ahead and get predicted with Sunday's and Monday's games. The Colts and the Tennessee Titans. It's infamous on my channel. The Titans are my least favorite NFL team. Nothing against Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee multiple times. I like Tennessee. I don't like the Titans. I feel like the whole organization is got a lot of issues. The Colts, however, they're on a 3-game win streak, I'm pretty sure. They all of a sudden went from not having a great record to being 6-5 and playing some pretty great football the last couple of weeks. And playing against this Titans team that's struggling, even though they got the first touchdown on Sunday last week and got the dub, I still don't feel like the Titans are a good team, and I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for a Gardner Minshew-led Colts who have been getting these wins that they've been so desperately needed each and every week. I feel like it's a great way to continue the streak and make them 7-5, where the Titans will be 4-8. Titans, kind of a disappointment for last year, but I am completely fine with that. The Falcons, who pulled up an upset, I think, against the New Orleans Saints versus the New York Jets, who did not pull up an upset on the Black Friday game. The Atlanta Falcons, they looked pretty good. They utilized their weapons really well. They utilized everything that they could do, while the Jets played Tim Boyle and gave up their whole season. Yes, they used Tim Boyle and pretty much threw any hopes they had last game away. It's sad that this organization that we've had so much hope for, with getting Aaron Rodgers, he got injured first off. Zach Wilson had a win streak at some point. They weren't playing terrible, and then all of a sudden they're just kind of crashing down. They took out Zach Wilson. They put in Tim Boyle. They're kind of making their whole organization pretty much fail, and so, I mean, I feel like the Jets aren't going to win another game. The Falcons had a great game last week. If they can if they can use their players that can do stuff, if they can use them in the right way, this Falcons are winning this game. And I think even if they don't use it the right way, I think they're winning it anyways. Detroit, who lost against Green Bay in an upset, playing the Saints, who lost against Falcons in an upset. And the Lions, for me, they're a team that I think is really good, but I think they struggle a lot. They struggle way too much than what they should against bad teams specifically. I feel like this could be a game. I feel like the Saints could make this a game. I don't feel like Jared Goff and the Lions, especially against the Saints defense, who I think is pretty good. I don't think that Jared Goff is going to have the best game of the career. Of course, Montgomery is going to do great. I just really don't have great feelings about Goff. Do I feel like they could pull it out in the end? Definitely. I think that the Lions are going to win this one. I feel like it's going to be a close game, whether by a field goal or by a touchdown or just a one-score game in general. I feel like they can still win this one. The New Orleans Saints, the last couple of days, have played pretty good football in general. I thought they played decent enough football last week, even though they only really got field goals, but they are really lacking in a couple things, and as a team that should definitely be winning this division so far, they're definitely lacking there, and I do think the Lions are going to take advantage of that. The Broncos and the Texans, I think the game of the week. The Broncos started 1-5. They haven't lost a game since. How? I don't know. They're going to take second place in the division. They might even squeeze in a playoff spot, and this really depends on this game because the AFC is absolutely crazy. The AFC this year, freaking nuts. So the Broncos and the Texans. The Texans are a team that I definitely think they're making the playoffs. I think that the Texans I think they're even going to squeeze in the 6th seed. I definitely think they are. They're only 6-5 and they're out of the playoffs. While the Broncos are also 6-5 and out of the playoffs. This is a game of the week, in my opinion. This is going to be the game that I am most interested in. CJ Stroud is absolutely phenomenal. He is great here. Russell Wilson isn't playing that bad either. What's really going to come down to here is CJ Stroud is a phenomenal quarterback here. Like, he is the rookie sensation that everybody hyped him up to be. I, at the very beginning of the season, said he's not it. He's not going to save the organization. Now, I think he's saving the organization and can make this a top contender in the next couple of years. So while the Broncos are playing good football, I definitely think that the Texans are going to take this one. Disappointing as it might be for the Broncos, I just really like these Texans this year. Chargers and the Patriots, Los Angeles versus New England. We don't even have to talk about this game. It's the Chargers. The Patriots, I don't know if the field goal kicker missed that on purpose because he just wanted this horrid game to be over, or I don't know what he did. I don't know if they're just that bad that they can't make a 35-yard field goal, but I laughed. I was dying laughing after he missed that. That's how bad it is. That is how bad that the Patriots are. They can't even make a 35-yard field goal. That is easy for an NFL player. They're so bad that Amazon Prime had to put in a picture of Bill Belichick as their best player for the Amazon Prime Football Thursday thing. You know, they always put like the best player and they're standing there. They put in Bill Belichick. That's how bad that the New England Patriots are. The only good thing there, Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre Stevenson is pretty good fantasy-wise. He's the only one who can seem to do anything good for this organization. While the Chargers, they're not necessarily a good team. I don't think that they're necessarily a good team at all. But they're eons better than the Patriots. The Chargers also got a really rough schedule, and they're really going to get fixed with this matchup here. The Arizona Cardinals, who did not play good. Kyler Murray really made me eat my words. That's against the Rams versus Pittsburgh Steelers, who Matt Canada is gone. I also said that I think that Kenny Pickett is going to play the same with Matt Canada gone. Boy, was I wrong. I think that the Steelers are going to take this one by a landslide. The Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray's okay, but their season's already over. I don't think that they're going to intentionally win another game. I think that they're going to try to go for the number 1 overall pick here. It's what I think that they should do. While the Steelers, they are still a playoff contender, standing at 7-4. Like, the way that they played last week really proves to me that the Pittsburgh Steelers have a pretty good playoff spot. They have a pretty good spot to get to the playoffs here. And playing against the Cardinals team, I don't really think that's slowing down. Each week, I am absolutely shocked by how bad the Steelers can play, but how good their record is, because I do feel like it could be Matt Canada. We will see if the if the Steelers have great offense for the second week in a row, it was Matt Canada. We can all agree on that. But they're not losing against the Cardinals team. Dolphins and the Commanders. As much as I want Sam Howell to do great, I'm playing my toughest matchup. I need to win this one. I probably won't. But stuff needs to happen for me to make the fantasy football playoffs this year, guys. And Josh Allen's on bye, so I have to play Sam Howell. I got hopes, but I'm really nervous. So I hope he does good. Meanwhile, the Commanders, they're a team that's got talent. Sam Howell is talent. Terry McLaurin is talent. Curtis Samuel is talent. The defense is fine, I think. They really are a team that's kind of rebuilding here. As good as they can be sometimes, they're really just not that great of a team. They have losing games that I think that they are contending in. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, when they play teams below 500 like the Commanders, they're just walking all over them, man. Like last week against the Jets, they walked all over the Jets. They just can't beat good teams. And now that they're playing a team below 500, I can't bet against the Dolphins. It's got to be the Dolphins here. I mean, the Dolphins are just a top playoff contender to me. I don't think they're going to make past a wild card round, personally, unless they play like a team like the Steelers or the Texans, and I think they could beat them. But they are definitely, they're definitely winning this game. Especially Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. They're all beasts on the field. Starting with our afternoon games, the Panthers and the Buccaneers. We got the Carolina Panthers, the worst team in the league, versus the Buccaneers, who had a very tough matchup. They had chances to win the games, and Colts defense came to show and proved why the defense is really good, and one of the most underrated defenses in the league, in my opinion. Playing against a Panthers team, Bryce Young's really struggling. I personally think that the Buccaneers are going to walk all over the Panthers. Panthers are 1-10. The Buccaneers are 4-7. Certainly the Buccaneers have problems, but they can play good. The thing is, they've also been given a tough schedule. So just like whoever the Chargers, I definitely think that this is their break here. This is a break that they can get to win a game and maybe get a winning streak here. I don't think Buccaneers are going to make the playoffs, but for me, the Buccaneers are going to win this game. I lied. The Texans and the Broncos might be the most interesting game to me, but the Niners and the Eagles is going to be the best. Obviously, I can't stand the Eagles anymore. I'm a Chiefs fan. Yeah, the refs helped the Chiefs, okay? I got to say it to make my point here. Yeah, they've helped the Eagles. They helped the Eagles last week with so many blown calls. They've helped the Eagles in every single crucial game that they've had all year, and it's getting very annoying. And now they have a matchup against the Niners, but it's the 49ers. I don't think no matter refs jumping in can make the Niners lose. The Niners were on a 3-game losing streak. They got their bye, and they haven't lost one since. They're on fire. They are the team on fire. They will not lose another game all season. I stand by this, and I stand by this against the Eagles. Even though they cheat, the Eagles still they're like the Chiefs. They're still a solid team. They still have their weaknesses, but they still have their strengths that are really good. Meanwhile, the 49ers, I don't see like they don't need refs to be demolishing all these teams that they're playing. They're pure talent, and that's nothing else that they are but pure talent. And so I feel like pure talent can take over a pretty good team that also gets the refs help a lot. I still don't feel like I feel like the Eagles are the worst 10-1 team I've ever seen this year. Like, so many games are so close, and they're really needing the refs to bail them out. The Browns are the Rams. The Browns, did they win last week? No, the Browns did not win. They're also 7-4. They're playing against the Rams, who right here, right now, have a big, big opportunity to beat the Browns and take up second place in the division and get a playoff spot. I purely believe the way the Rams have been playing. See, the moment I started saying that the Rams were good, they started sucking. The moment I started saying that they're bad, they start doing good again. Even though it's a crucial game for them, do I think that they're going to win it? It hurts to say this. I don't think they're going to win this game. The Browns, well, I forgot. DTR is out. Half their team is out. They're playing Joe Flacco. The offense isn't going to be good, but the offense for the Rams isn't great. Kyron Williams is great, but they got the best defense in the league. They have one of the best defenses in the league. It's going to be a tough one, though. This is like one of my risky picks. I think if they had a quarterback, this is Joe Flacco's first game, and I don't think that the Browns are going to win this one. Do I think they would play Joe Flacco if they didn't have faith in him? No. The Browns season is still live. They would play somebody if they had faith in him. They have faith in Joe Flacco, but this is Joe Flacco's first game in so long. There was a time when my dad quit watching football, when I quit watching football for a couple of years, and I came back 2 years later. I was a Seahawks fan because my dad was, but once I actually got into football, when I was 12, 13, I chose the Kansas City Chiefs because at the time the Rams weren't our home team, and I don't like the Rams anyways. So the Chiefs are my home team. Anyways, what am I saying? Joe Flacco hasn't played for so long. I don't remember the last time I've seen him play, and he's back. Do I think they would have played him if they didn't have faith in them? No, I think they have faith in him. Do I think that they're going to beat the Rams? It's not going to be a high-scoring game, but I feel it in my bones that the Rams are going to win this one. I think that this is a tough game to decide, guys. This is one of the most toughest games that I've had to decide all season. I could go either way on this one. Sunday Night Football. You all know who it is. It's the Packers who's pulled up an upset. They're playing solid against Kansas City Chiefs. They played great last week. It was 14-0 at the first quarter. It was 32-17. Well, I don't know the final score. It was 30-something to 17. KC won. KC came back. Of course, they were playing the Raiders, who I think they can be solid sometimes, especially since McDaniels is gone. Packers pulled a surprise upset against the Lions, maybe because of the moon. I don't know. But the Packers are one of these teams that are just really... They can be solid, but they can also suck. My gut's telling me that the Chiefs are going to win this one. I feel like it's going to be a game. It's not going to be necessarily a close game. It could be a close game. I feel like it's going to be a closer game than the Raiders game was. But I think that the Chiefs finally hit their groove. They did play great first half football against the Eagles. Andy Reid probably chewed their butts. They probably got people starting to catch the ball now. We'll see what happens with offense, but I just don't think that the injury-ridden defense for the Packers is going to do much good for them as a whole. I do think that the Chiefs are going to win this one. Not because bias. Well, kind of because biased. But also, something, I'm going to do a Black Friday video on my main channel, but I do got to show you guys something also. I already have one, like a big one, but I found this Black Friday Patrick Mahomes Funko. Forgot to put him up here. Let's block Michael Myers. Michael Myers ain't football. Let's put him in front of Michael Myers. There we go. Patrick Mahomes. So let's hope he gives me luck. And our final game, the Bengals at the Jags. The Jags are great. The Jags are flat out great. They got killed by the Niners, but ever since they've been on fire, beating the Titans by a lot. There was a really good game against who was it? It was a really good game against the Texans last week, but if they still won, they're still really good. The Bengals lost Burrow. They didn't play good football last week. The Jaguars are a contender to be in my top here. I definitely think that the Jaguars are going to take this one. I don't think that the Bengals are going to be all that great. I will have a live stream up on my main channel next couple of days. I already said that I would go check out my main channel as well. Like I said, I'm going to have a Black Friday haul. But anyways, let me get my point out. I already said I'm going to do an MCU ranking of it. I am, but I also got a lot of stuff that I'm going to do a live stream about. I'm going to, on that same live stream on my main channel, talk about the 7 teams that I think are going to make the playoffs. I'm going to talk about a couple of the Sunday games. I'm going to talk about the trailers that have been dropping like flies. I'm going to talk about like Scream drama, Marvel drama. I'm going to talk about a couple things. So another news video coming right out for you guys. So yeah, that was my predictions. Go check out my live stream. Go check out my main channel for all that. Thank you guys for clicking on this one. I am actually going to check real quick while I'm on camera and see my reaction because it was really close. It was only 10-17 at the time I was filming this of the Georgia game. Let's see. Oh, let's go. Okay, Bama got another field goal. Fourth quarter just started. 20-10. Guys, I'm going to go finish this game. It's certainly going to be a great game. Thank you guys for clicking on this one. Let me know down below, how's your fantasy football team doing? What are your predictions? And is your college football team in the playoffs? Let's subscribe, join the Nerd Army. Peace out.